because it's a pretty spectacular evening to have Mama Lisette come and teach what she practiced in 3 years in retreat. And I'm sure that some of you already know what kind of person that she is, how devoted, how accomplished she is, how serious she is about reaching her goals and sharing them with us all. And the rewards and the stakes of what she was working on are so high. It's just, I find it very hard to find the words to describe how fortunate I feel tonight that she's going to share her practices from retreat. So we don't have to waste our lives. I mean, there's so few people who know the teachings as well as she does, have practiced them, know what they're capable of, and are keeping them alive in the world. So I thought that I would do a chant that's kind of a prayer and invocation between students and the teacher to ask for the blessings, because we need both. We need the teacher and we need the students. Without us needing her knowledge and experience, she wouldn't come. And it's vice versa. She couldn't come unless we were there to ask her to come. So it's kind of an invocation that we get the most out of our time here together, and to bless our practice for what she's going to share, that we'll all have the opportunity to get the highest essence that life can offer us in a human body. I mean, it's quite high, and it means that much to me to be here. So I thought we might start with a little breakdown of Om that kind of is the breakdown of an enlightened being's body, an enlightened being's speech, an enlightened being's mind that's available to all of us. And then I'll go into this prayer. So if you just will do call and response, I'll start.
Punaktu.
Sahaviryam.
Sahaviryam.
Karavavahai.
Karavavahai.
Tejasvina.
Tejasvina.
Vatitamastu.
Vatitamastu.
Mavid.
Mavid.
Vishavahai.
Vishavahai.
Om Sahana Bhavatu.
Om Sahana Vavatu.
Om Sahana Bhunaktu.
Om Sahana Bhunaktu.
Sahaviryam Karavavahai.
Sahaviryam Karavavahai.
Tejasvina Vatitamastu.
Tejasvina Vatitamastu.
Let's try that one again. Tejasvina.
Tejasvina
Vatitamastu.
Vatitamastu.
Mavid Vishavahai.
Mavid Vishavahai.
Om Sahana Bhavatu.
Om Sahana Vavatu.
Om Sahana Bhunaktu.
Om Sahana Bhunaktu.
Sahaviryam Karavavahai.
Sahaviryam Karavavahai.
Sahaviryam.
Sahaviryam
Karavavahai.
Karavavahai.
Tejasvina.
Tejasvina
Vatitamastu.
Vatitamastu.
Mavid Vishavahai.
Mavid Vishavahai.
Om Sahana Bhavatu.
Om Sahana Vavatu.
Om Sahana Bhunaktu.
Om Sahana Bhunaktu.
Sahaviryam Karavavahai.
Sahaviryam Karavavahai.
Tejasvina Vatitamastu.
Tejasvina Vatitamastu.
Mavid Vishavahai.
Mavid Vishavahai.
Om Sahana Bhavatu.
Om Sahana Vavatu.
Om Sahana Bhunaktu.
Om Sahana Bhunaktu.
Sahaviryam
Tejasvina
Patitamastu
Patitamastu
Mahavishabhai
Mahavishabhai
Om Sahana Bhavatu
Om Sahana Bhavatu
Om Sahana Bhunaktu
Om Sahana Bhunaktu
Sahaviryam
Sahaviryam
Karavavahai
Karavavahai
Tejasvina
Tejasvina
Patitamastu
Patitamastu
Mahavishabhai
Mahavishabhai
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti
Shanti Shanti Shanti
You can close your eyes for a minute. I'll tell you what we just sang about. May both of us together be protected, both the teacher and the taught. May we both be looked after to enjoy the fruits of our studies. May we work together with enthusiasm to find the true meaning of the sacred text. May our knowledge and strength increase. And may we never quarrel. Peace.
I'm just going to make a... Does anybody need seats and we can get chairs at the back? Would anyone like some chairs? No? So then cushions are in there. On behalf of the Three Jewels, I'd like to welcome you all to tonight's talk by the beautiful and gracious Lama Lisette Garcia, one of the magnificent beings who spent 3 years, 3 months and 3 days, 1,000 days in silent retreat in Arizona. Part of our dear family, the Tibetan Buddhist philosophy and yoga philosophies that are taught in this place. So I'd like to welcome each and every one of you for making your way here tonight and doing this rather than doing other crazy things that one might do in New York City. It is bound to be a profound and most beautiful class, and I'm thankful and grateful that you are here. Yeah. The Three Jewels runs only by donations, and this is done free of charge to you. But if you can give, it will help us continue to offer this kind of thing. So at any time, feel free to give to us. There's also probably going to be a little break and some snacks. Please join. And this program runs today, tomorrow night, and Saturday. Yeah, and you're all welcome to come and join us. There's a brochure with the schedule of other teachings at the Three Jewels if you want to keep up to date. But without further ado, thank you very much for teaching. Okay. Yeah, we'll probably move up a little bit to let the others see. Thank you. I can't move.
It's so nice to be back here in this room. Oh, so much time in this beautiful room with so many really cool people. Thanks for coming. I'm so happy to see each of you. It's amazing, actually. Wow, so, it's the first really, actual, real public talk that I've given since Career Retreat. I've given a lot of, little private, 20 people kind of things. And not here, not totally public. So this is really super special for me. And this particular teaching, it's actually one of the very few things someone actually requested, literally said, please teach Mahamudra. And I had kind of promised myself, not promised, but thought to myself, I don't know that I want to teach Mahamudra. I remember I told you, I was just I don't know. And then this one person, of course, they asked, and I'm oh shoot, I guess I gotta teach it. It always happens. And like Coco said, this was one of my main practices in Career Retreat. I was asked by one of my teachers to do it, and I did. I wouldn't be here without them, This text is one of the most exquisite texts that I've ever read. It's all about how to get to stillness. How to get to stillness, how to take your mind to the next level. In fact, he calls it meet your mind face to face. And he ain't kidding. He's serious about it. And if you follow his instructions, you can. You can. I went into retreat for two reasons. One, because my teachers asked me to. And two, I wanted to know, a lot of these texts are written by men, and they're written a long time ago. They're ancient texts. So I wanted to know, can women do this? And can people, are they applicable today? Can a person today follow those instructions from 2,000 years ago, and will they work? I had a feeling they did before 3-year retreat, else I wouldn't have done 3-year retreat, obviously. I had really changed my life. But there's a different thing, shutting yourself in a room for 3 years to see if you can take it to its full extent. And that's what I did. I really tried. With the help of so many dear friends, I couldn't imagine coming to teach her without inviting these other beautiful retreatants that are in town to just come and be part of it and bless us all, because each one of them brought so much to that experience, and they all have so much to offer. So I wanted to give you guys that gift of experiencing them at least a little bit. So the person that requested this teaching said that he's not even here, and I think that's really funny. So this is for you. You know who you are if you're watching from someplace. And so there was a lot of things I prayed for in retreat, obviously. It was there was so much, and we didn't. Imagine taking a 3-year period of your life, and imagine all the things that happen over those 3 years. A lot, right? Especially adult 3 years. It doesn't stop just because you're in retreat. You know what I mean? Things happen too, and people die on the inside of retreat and the outside of the retreat. I lost my dad, and people break up and people move on, and all kinds of stuff that happens on the outside. Guess what? It happens in there too, because you don't stop life. You're still you're living. It's a whole different kind of life, but those things still happen. And I fear that, especially for those of you outside, that all the good stuff we did in there was eclipsed by one event. We lost a dear friend. And I'm not in any way diminishing his passing. In fact, I want to honor him. I want to honor Ian by saying so much beauty was born there. You know, like, you know, we didn't know we were being called a sex cult or anything, you know. I mean, most of us were just celibate in there, you know, and it was beautiful, and it was precious, and everybody came out of there a better person, and everybody came out of there really knowing how to love, like you can't even believe how to love, you know, and we had to rely on each other, you know, in ways you never ever imagined having to rely on someone, you know, and you had to learn how to break down all your walls and just like not be afraid of your own self anymore, you know, like you don't even realize how afraid you are of your own mind until you're in a place where you really are trying to meet it face to face. And you know, and it's hard work, and it's beautiful, and it's blissful, and it's all the things they say it is, like all the little hooks they kind of use to bring you in. They're true, you know, but it's you have to break down all the stuff you built up before you get to the Gucci nice stuff. And you don't even realize how good you are at building up those walls to protect yourself. This idea of a self that you have, that you're not even that, you're so much more than it. You're so much more, you know, and retreat is about getting rid of those walls over and over and over. And trust me, as you're breaking them, they're trying to rebuild themselves. So you gotta be quick, you know, and you gotta get in there. You gotta really want to get to that deepest essence of your heart. You gotta forgive every single story you have of every single person you've ever had an encounter with, including yourself. You know, you gotta forgive all of those stories. And underneath all that forgiveness is love. Pure, unadulterated love. You know? And it changes every cell in your body to get there. And I wish it for you. So when I was asked to teach this, all I could think was, well, it really changed me. I pray it changes you too. Another thing I prayed for in retreat was, you know, you hit certain blocks as you're trying to move forward on your path. And sometimes it's not you, sometimes it's people you love. You know, and it's like, God, I don't know how to help them. I didn't quite ever have that problem, you know? And so there's all these things while you're in retreat you pray for. And one of them was, I felt like I had these inferential leaps in my practice about how to start meditating. I taught it for a long time. We taught it. You know, and I felt I did you guys a disservice. I felt like there's steps before the steps that I taught. You know what I mean? And I didn't know them because I happened to kind of be started at a different level. And that was just my karma. You know, trust me, every single day you sit on the cushion is just a karma. And I wanted to know what that was, because I didn't know what that was. And so when I came out, I came across some Alan Wallace teachings. And it was what I prayed for. I was just like, thank you, Alan. Like, here's like an amazing meditator. Trust me, like I can like listen to even to his highest teachings. I'm like, oh, this guy's good. He's got it. It's so good. But his genius is in understanding how to get at that bottom and bring everybody up. So he teaches these awesome foundational meditations. And I'll tell you, if you can get those under your belt, then every single other practice you add to it will just like poof. It'll be so like skyrocketed, you know? So I asked Vimala, please, to lead us through an opening meditation, and it's one of Alan Wallace's meditations. Yeah?
Thank you, Lisette. She was, for me, so important in retreat. She not only helped me with my meditation, and I actually re-studied MAHAMUDRA in retreat. She was also helping me emotionally. She was my Ney Lama. I was very lucky. I had a PhD in psychology to help me with all my emotional issues. Definitely, I'm so honored to be here and offer these beautiful meditations. So, let's see. The timer. Okay, so that everyone get seated in your meditation posture with your eyes closed, spine straight, shoulders back, slight tummy tuck. So let's begin by letting your awareness descend into your experienced body. Bring the awareness down your torso, down your legs, all the way down to your toes. Feel the gravity as it pulls you into the ground. Come to rest in the tactile sensations, your body in contact with the earth. So let your awareness rest in the mode of witnessing, a quiet awareness. Not thinking about the body, but just feeling and imagining the body. Feel these tactile sensations rising up to meet your awareness. So let the awareness fill the whole space of your body. The entire field of the body filling with your awareness like perfume filling the room. As you are aware of the immediate sensations of the body, you might find stress areas of tension, such as your neck, your shoulders, your brow. So as you're breathing out, surrender these areas to the breath, to gravity, and just let go. Let go of any tension. Then relax your face. There are 35 muscles in the face, and we can tense them all. So bring awareness to the face and soften. Soften your expression. Feel the jaw and relax it further. Feel your cheeks relax. Your mouth, your tongue, your eyes, your forehead, your brow. Soften the brow. Let there be a spaciousness between the eyebrows. And then soften the eyes themselves and let them melt back into their sockets. This relaxation of the entire face will help to set your whole body at ease. As you do so, it will become easy to remain totally still without any fidgeting. Now again, make sure the spine is straight, shoulders are back, your belly relaxed but slightly tucked, almost a mental tuck. This helps us to sit at attention, the posture of vigilance. And this is what we call resting the body in its natural state, imbued with relaxation, stillness, and vigilance. So on this basis of the body, settle your speech in effortless silence. We are doing this already in its outward manifestation, but what about the mental chit-chat? How can we develop effortful silence so that we always have a quiet place to retreat to, enjoying a refuge from the ongoing drone of rumination? So for this, the key is setting the breath into its natural rhythm, breathing effortlessly without constraint, relaxed, but with awareness. So relax deeply with every out breath. Release any tension, and even the breath itself is like water pouring out of a cup. Release your thoughts, memories, your worries, past and future. Let them go. Let them go as though you are breathing them out. The key is the out breath, relaxing the body, speech, and mind. Release all the way through the out breath and let the in breath come naturally. Short or long, deep or shallow, no judgment, just breathe without regulations, as if asleep. Now do this for the few remaining minutes. Release all hopes and fears about past and future. Let your mind be carefree, here and now, in this one reality of the present. Relax into stillness and let awareness rise up to meet each present moment. Let the luminosity of your awareness illuminate the entire field of your body as you are aware of the sensations of the breath rising and falling. Do not seek to modify, just be aware, totally present for these last couple of minutes. Just keep relaxing into the out breath, deeper and deeper. Let everything go. And slowly come back to your body. Feel the seat below, gravity pulling you down. Feel the room around you, and when you're ready, slowly open your eyes. Nice, thank you. Thank you.
Forgot to record you. I'm sorry. It's nice, right? Yeah, so his meditations are all about like relaxation and vigilance. You know, and I think that that combination is critical for any meditative practice. I don't know if you're like me, and if you've been in New York a while, you've got kind of that go, 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 and if you like work a little harder, and if you push a little harder, you'll get there, you know? And we take that to the cushion too. And it'll take you part of the way, you know? I mean, because there's some pushing that's got to be done. Oh, you want to come in?
Oh, excuse me. There are 5 more people who want to come
Okay,
in.
come.
We're just looking for space to put
Well,
them.
room up here.
Yeah, there's room up here.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
More push.
Yeah, totally. I like it. So as I was saying, you'll want to approach your meditation practice that way. You know, there's going to be some part of you that's like, if I just push a little harder, I can go further. And it just won't serve you very well the further you get. I'm telling you from experience. I'm totally telling you from experience, you know, because there's, especially when you're like in a retreat setting, or even if you're just putting your mind to some particular goal. If you decide, like, this is the goal, like, I finally got the 9 stages of meditation poster, and I'm going to go for level 3, you know, or whatever, you know, and just, like, you really start, like, wanting to push yourself every time you sit. And it's going to go a lot faster for you if you just learn how to relax. You know, and it's so counterintuitive. It's so counterintuitive. At least it was for me, you know, because I mean, I used to pride myself on saying, I'm like the meditation ninja, you know, like if like an obstacle of, you know, dullness or agitation comes, wow, I'm going to get you before you like bother me, you know, you're not going to get me. And that's all fine and good, and that'll serve you to a certain point. It does serve you to a certain point. But then you gotta let it go. You know, every part of the path, you have to work really hard for it, and then you let it go. And so if you learn how to relax early on, boy, that process will be a lot easier for you, and I wish that for all of you. You know, just if you could really tap into that part of the meditation, and we've written them out for you. We'll give you, actually, we wanted your emails. If you could give us maybe at the end of class, if you want a copy of like the meditations and everything,